Okay, so we are starting now unit number 2.
Ms. Bishop, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you're at 34 followers now.
Wait, what's
What?
it called? What's it called?
Amazing.
Go to classroom.
No.
You know, it's only a matter of time before they monetize me, and
You get ads.
You're canceled.
yep, it's
Bring
just
ads
gonna
in,
be,
bring ads in.
and it's only a matter of time before I get canceled. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
I mean, probably.
we have Joe being recorded.
I'm gonna flash the camera today.
I thought he wasn't even listening. All right, so today we are going to be learning about
You're 35 now.
significant figures. Thank you guys. I don't know what to say.
You're famous. What can you say?
I don't know.
I think I'm cooler with my two.
All right, so today is a really important day. We need to put our thinking caps on because this, while it is easy, is something that will never leave us. And if you don't figure this out, if you're not able to learn this material, or if it's not something that you care about, I can guarantee that you cannot get an A in this class. So, if you want your A, you gotta lock in.
Too late for that.
Okay, so when we do, it is never too late. When we do mathematical operations on our calculators, a lot of times we get numbers that look like this. And we have to, as scientists, know how much of this exactness is useful and how much of it is not useful. When we are doing experiments in the lab, we are going to be limited by the materials and the machines that we're using. And so when we're just taking the mass of a substance, for example, something pretty basic that we do quite a lot of in chemistry, there are 2 different types of materials we can use, or like machines we can use to help us find the mass. There's like this regular, nice top loading balance is what this is called technically. When you plug it in, it turns on and you can put a thing on the top and find out how much mass it has. When you use a machine like this, something like this is probably like $600. And when you use something like that, it's going to give you information with 2 decimal places. And that 2 decimal places costs $600, let's just say.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. But now the other machine that we can use to help us calculate mass is this machine over here. This thing. And that is more than $600.
What?
It'll give us information to 4 decimal places. But a machine like that probably is going to cost us $5,000.
Really?
So this little plastic box here with some electrical components, $5,000.
Did the school pay for that?
Oh yeah, I mean I don't. So you can see how much more money these 2 digits cost versus the other scale that only gives us those 2 digits. So because of that, because we have to understand that our materials that we're using to measure have limitations, we have to be able to use those limitations in our calculations. Today I'm going to teach you how to identify if a number is significant. And on Friday, my YouTube video will show you how to keep track of those numbers in calculations. So let's start by learning about what is and what is not significant. I wouldn't write this again in my notes. I just am doing this because I ran out of space on that last one. There are 2 rules for determining if a number is significant. This is the first one. All non-zero numbers, gentlemen, are always significant. All non-zero numbers are always significant.
You don't have 30%?
You better write this down.
Oh.
This is important. You can't get an A if you don't learn how to do this. So I'd be writing this down. I'd be tattooing this on my arm. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I'd be locking in. Okay, so what's a non-zero number?
3.
Yeah.
7.
Yep. Any of your digits 1 through 9. 10 is not a number. 10 is 2 numbers. Yeah, yes, that's true. Yes, 10 is 2 digits. All right, so let me give you some examples. 212 has how many significant figures?
3.
So now, from now on, I'm going to always abbreviate significant figures SF because who wants to write out those words all the time? Okay, so if I were to measure something on the balance, let's say I use the cheap one and it gives me 4.32, how many significant figures?
3.
Let's say I weigh something heavier and it weighs 14.32 grams, how many significant figures there? So we've added significance just by the fact that we're using more of the scale's capacity. All right, so what if I measured that same thing, but I used the analytical balance, the expensive one, and I determined that it weighed 14.3231 grams. 6 significant figures. All right, how are we feeling? Thumbs up? Good, this is easy, right? Yeah.
So
Okay.
we put zeros and then if it counts, if it doesn't count.
Yes. Yep, okay, so all those non-zeros are easy, but zeros are a hot. Are you okay?
I'm great.
Why is it always you? Are you gonna fall out of that chair again? Okay.
This is
There's
the
that
same
one.
chair.
We switched to beginning classes. I
You
thought
made me
that.
switch. If you fall in that chair, I'm taking the chair back.
No.
Yeah.
The only way. Just try.
Did you have all of the wheels on the ground the last time when you were tipping it back?
No, I was going back like this, and that's why I just fell backwards.
Okay. All right, so now let's talk about zeros. There are 3 places in a number that zeros can be. At the beginning of the number, in the middle of the number, and at the end of the number. So we have to talk about each one of those cases individually. Joe, put that away. Take notes. All right, so at the beginning of a number, if a number starts with zeros, those zeros are never significant. So zeros at the beginning of a number are never significant. What would that look like? Cody, take notes.
Yeah.
0.123. 0.000000123. Okay, so if I'm telling you that the beginning zeros are never significant, how many significant figures in the first one? 3. Good. Stop it, Marty 2.0. How many significant figures in the second number?
9 minus 6.
Those numbers, those zeros at the beginning of the number code are never significant. So none of these zeros are significant. Only these 3 digits are.
But if you got like that somewhere, don't you need
Wait for that. Wait for that. You're thinking about the zeros at the end of the number.
those aren't.
Well, just wait.
Stop talking.
Just wait. Just wait. I pray to God that Mr. Dermis didn't teach you something wrong, because I'm getting anxious. Yes, sir.
Well, I studied these in 8th grade algebra, and it was so miserable. I hated it.
Oh, I don't think it's that bad. But I think that if you do what I tell you, I think that I have made it in the most like sensical way. I've had this explained to me in class like a million times, and I've never heard it like coherently explained either. Okay, so
I remember eighth grade algebra. Yeah,
zeros at the beginning of a number are never significant. So why are they there?
We had
Placeholders.
They're only placeholders, you're right. So they're just here to tell us how big or how small, and in this case really how small the number is. That's their only function. They're not telling us anything about the measurement. They're only saying how small the number is. So beginning of the numbers, zeros are never significant. Okay, so let's think about then the zeros in the middle of a number.
Bishop, do you like creamsicles?
I hate a creamsicle.
What?
I hate them.
So good.
When I was a little girl, my dad was a pharmacist. Well, he's still a pharmacist, but he worked at a hospital. And so whenever my sister and I were sick, he would just tell the doctor that was on call, like, hey, can you prescribe some medicine for my daughter? And we never went to the doctor. Like, we just got prescriptions. And he would come home with this orange medicine. It was erythromycin, so it was an antibiotic. And it tasted like a dreamsicle, but bad. Like, bad. And so I can't drink. Like, I like orange flavored things. Like, I really like orange Gatorade. I like oranges. But it's like the creamy orange that I can't do. Like orange Twister at the Big Cow is my husband's like favorite thing. He loves that shit.
That's a thing.
Can't go near it. Can't go near it. Nope. Yeah, it's like dreamsicle flavored ice cream. I can't do anything like orange creamy. Like orange cream soda, no. Dreamsicles, no. Yeah. What? I actually don't like fudgesicles either.
What do you like?
I don't like things on a stick.
You like my
You don't like
dad.
popsicles?
No, because I'm afraid of
Like
like.
freeze pops, like in the fridge.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that, but I'm afraid of biting into the stick.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's too weird. Like, what if you bite into the stick? Like, it's a texture stick. Like, ugh. Ugh. Okay, zeros in the middle of a number, friends, are always significant.
Always.
You owe me $10.
Who does?
You left your slime all over this classroom. What do you mean I picked it up everywhere?
I think there's some right there too.
It's also in his pocket.
It was
Mr.
sure. I
Miller
can't
was
confirm.
wondering if we could use one of
Miss
the
Bishop
sparklers
was
for a
also
fire
in his
outside.
Yeah, let me see if I can find one that works.
What'd you do?
I'll just say a different person was tearing it apart and got over.
It's the big
Oh no, you got the slime all over the classroom. What do you need? Oh, Sparkler.
What was it? I swear.
You got a sparker?
Colin took
All right, friends, can you look in your lab cupboards and see if there is, I'm going to pause this.